Do you have that weird one with the...
You've never seen one like that before.
We're doing this whole video just for that knife.
It turns out the trick is we started comparing notes among ourselves about box cutters or razor knives or utility knives, and so we started talking about the different kinds that we have, and so I'm gonna just talk about some of these. I'll tell you where they came from or what I know about them. Let's just assume for a minute they all came from China. That's not what I mean. This is one that is disposable or almost disposable. It has the kind of blades that you just break off. My son got this, and the only real unique thing about this, it was made in China, but it was made for the Chinese market. It wasn't made for the American market. And so you're familiar with things like this. This has got a beefier handle on it than some of them I've seen. Somewhat disposable, but these actual razor blades that you can break off in as the point dulls are actually replaceable. You can buy the replacements for those, and you access it right here, and able to put a new blade in there. Just a plastic handle, and I will say the one thing about it is it has, there we go, it has a large enough handle, a beefy enough handle to feel good. I've had some that were much smaller than this. They were barely bigger than the blade itself. So anyway, that's one that's made in China for the Chinese market. Why am I having trouble cutting with that? The corner is curled. Let's see if I run it. There we go. There's the time to break off the last one of that. Some of the more standard box cutter, this is one. I don't know where I got it. This is not recommended by me. I don't know what Durex is. It says on the side it's made in China. This is extremely lightweight. Whatever pot metal they can make this out of that's lighter than aluminum is what this feels like. It is just really lightweight. It's not plastic, but it is really lightweight. The mechanism is all boogered up on it. I can't get the blade to come out all the way. I can barely get it to close. It's a real hassle to fight with. I'm reminded that you get what you pay for. I'm guessing that this is a very inexpensive one. It certainly is very lightweight, but traditional or more traditional styling. I remember back in the day when they didn't even have the push button where you slide it out. It was just a blade sticking out that you changed. I think they decided those were pretty dangerous. We got to talking about these, and these are kind of an upgrade. I think we'd all kind of think of it that way. This is one that I have. So it's a folding box cutter, folding razor knife, and has a locking blade. This one's got a liner lock, and folding so that you can carry it in your pocket easy enough, but when you access it, you don't have to slide it out the front. You open it up like a pocket knife, and you've got your razor blade there, your box cutter, and got a pocket clip on it. You change the blade right here, and you lift that up and you slide that out. I don't know if you could see that, but this gets lifted up. It's kind of stiff. That comes in and out, and that locks it in place. So not a bad feel. This one's called the Road Pro. I think I found it in the road, so that might be appropriate. Or no, actually it was in a parking lot. Not too bad a size. So my son-in-law has one that's similar in size, much better looking, blue, Sheffield. It's from Sheffield Manufacturing. Got the Sheffield, and it is very, okay, I can't even hardly open that. That's it's a back lock, and it's a beefy back lock. It's a thick lock. I find it very difficult to open, but it's heavier than this one. The scales seem to be aluminum. That's what it looks like, anodized aluminum to me. And it says U.S. patent pending on the lock here, and I am going to take a look at this. So there it goes. This is a heavy piece of stainless. The razor fits in there, closes, locks. I can see how that's handy, and the back lock is not too hard to close. And then my son-in-law has another one by Sheffield also. This one is particularly beefy. This one appears to be all stainless steel, much heavier than this aluminum handled one. Of course, got the wood inlays on the scales. Let's see if it's not near as tight to open as that other one. The thickness on it, I'll just kind of compare these. I guess it's not much thicker, but it feels so much beefier. And both of them Sheffield. Let me close this one, get it out of the way. Razor blades, same locking mechanism as the other one, patented it says, and the blades go in there. That locks, let's get that. It's a tight lock. Got a back lock on it to close it up. My son-in-law said that one was one he liked using and carrying, either one of these. And he did work in an area where he needed the box knife on a regular basis. Two others. This one was laying around at work, and I wanted to show you this one. Kind of an interesting configuration. You push this button down and forward, and you get your razor blade out the front. And of course you got this big thumb protection here, and so apparently that's for really pressing down and getting into your work. I've not seen that on any other utility knife like this. And the blade apparently changes out with this change of this red button here. But there's another blade on this, and it's locked in place. It's got a thumb nick, a nail nick right there. But you have to push down here to unlock it. And you get a drywall saw. So this is something used specifically for drywallers, I guess. C.H. Hansen is the name. I've never encountered that, but I may not know their tools. The Speed Rocker, patent pending. And I can imagine somebody working sheetrock all the time being able to score with the razor blade in the front and cut drywall with the saw. So kind of grippy feel, worked in solid with the pot metal handle here. This doesn't seem to be real aluminum. It seems more like it's a pot metal, but real grippy on this side. I can't figure out what that would be. It's not exactly a file. But my son-in-law also has this one, Stanley, blade out the front, kind of like we're all used to. Blade change with this button up here, but something more. On the other side is a knife blade, but there seems to be some trick to getting it open. You push on the thumb stud and it pops up a little bit. You can see that there's a traditional blade in there, but it doesn't open. It turns out the trick is to push it this way to get the lock out of the way. There's the trick. Push it open, and you have to push it far enough to get the lock out of the way. That's a real safety feature. Not just trick opening, but a safety feature to keep it from popping open while you're using it other ways. I like that one. Nice big blade for heftier use than just a razor blade. And of course those serrations are good for cutting through thicker cardboard and rope and things like that. Fun to see a variety of those. I hope you'll subscribe. Do you have to use a box cutter in your work? Are there other styles that we haven't even thought about? I don't really want to know if you sliced your finger off with one of these, but you can tell your story. We like to hear your stories. Comment. Thanks for watching.